Hi, welcome to another Cooking with Santa. Roger.
Hi Santa, what are we cooking today?
Well, today we're going to do something a little bit different. We are going to do a Thai chicken salad.
Ooh, that would be a whole dinner, wouldn't it?
Yes, it would.
That sounds good.
All right, let's get started. All right, like I said, we're going to make Thai chicken salad. Oh boy, I can taste it already. So what we do, we're going to use some rice noodles. And we're going to cook the rice noodles, and we've got some chicken, and we've got some tomatoes and bean sprouts, and I'll explain that as we go. But the very first thing that we need to do is you get your boiling water, and these are 6 ounces of rice noodles. So we just sort of drop them in there, and we'll let them, just move them around here a little bit, and we'll let them cook away. Now, this is a recipe that everybody can do. Now, parents, you know the abilities of your kids. So if you have the tiny ones, you know they're still capable of measuring some water and things like that. And you know how old your kids are. So I would suggest if your kids can do this, let your kids do as much as you can. And teenagers, especially your seniors, you're going to be going away to college here pretty soon. And I know you don't want to live in the dorm forever. So you can start learning to cook some of these things also. But the other thing about today's is this is only about like 230 calories. That's only got about 4 grams of fat. So this is going to be very nutritious. So we'll let this cook for about 4 minutes, and then we'll be right back. It's been 5 minutes. So all I'll do is just test one. Oh, it's hot. Just a little bit, it's done. It's done. Until it's done, okay, we'll turn this off.
How do you know it's done?
No, it's just, well, it tastes like, it's just called al dente. It's just a little bit tough, but I don't know. Can you think of a good word to describe it? It's just done. All right, so what we're going to do now is drain this in a colander. Now, I'm going to rinse it real quick. Part of what we're doing is we're getting the starch off. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to let this set in a water bath and now really let it cool down. So just,
Are those ice cubes in there?
those are ice cubes in there, yep. Just ice cubes in water, and now just let it really cool down. Okay, next thing we'll do is I'll make our dressing. One thing you can see is I always pre-measure everything. And like we talked about before, you want to make sure you got all your ingredients out and they're pre-measured. That way, if you're short of something, you can get them ready before you can replace them or get them before you're ready to start. Okay, we're going to do a very, very simple rice vinegar dressing. I'm going to start with a half a cup of water, a half a cup of rice vinegar. Now the recipe calls for 2 tablespoons of sugar. Well, what I'm going to do instead of sugar, I'm going to use a monk fruit sweetener. It's a natural sweetener. It is just as sweet as regular sugar. Now if you want to use regular sugar, that's okay. So we'll just put in this 2 tablespoons of sweetener. Sugar, stevia, monk, anything will work. The next thing you do, we just stir that up and we make sure everything is dissolved. All right. Okay, with that out of the way, now we're ready to start. We have here about a half a head of lettuce. Then we have here 1 chicken breast that's been sliced very thin. Now, the key to slicing meat really thin, whether it's beef or chicken, is that you want this is partially frozen. So when you get partially, see, you can really get this very, 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 very thin. So you get really, see how? Now that's too thin for this piece of meat. I just wanted to show you how thin you can slice meat. So that's a secret. Whenever you have a recipe that calls for thin sliced, you want to make sure it's just partially frozen. I took 4 onions, and these are the tops of the onions. This is 2 tablespoons of cilantro, 1 cup of bean sprouts. This is the white part of the green onions. They're just cut into about 1/4 inch chunks.
So the onions that you use are those little long, thin
Yeah,
green
those green onions.
They're not the big round
Oh,
ones.
no, just the little green ones. Okay, here we have some tomatoes. And for our garnish, we're going to use some peanuts, crushed peanuts. We've got some pineapple, and we've got some lime. Okay, so we use 4 seeded tomatoes, and I'll show you how I did that. I just take a plum tomato. All right, the next thing we do, we just cut it into 4ths. 4th like that, and a 4th like this, and a 4th like this, and the directions stay to seed it. So we just come over here, and all I'm doing is just turning on the water, and the seeds just pop right out. That's all there is to it. Okay, the next one, see how easy that is? Just the water and the seeds come right out. And the next one, that's how easy it is. And finally, and you'll see that in a lot of recipes with salads, the seeds sometimes just dilute it to get it too moist. Okay, and here we just cut in about 2 equal sizes, or 3 equal sizes. See how easy that goes? Just cut like this, and here, you can get like this if you want to. You want them all about the same size. And then we have tomato here, tomato here, tomato here, and a tomato here. All right, now what I did for the garlic, I just peeled the garlic and I cut it into 4 pieces. So I need about 4 pieces of plain old garlic. Okay, I need 2 cloves of garlic. Now, here's the easiest way to do it with garlic, is that you just take it and just like all there is to it. And you just take it, see the skin comes right off. How easy that is? It really is easy, okay? And the next one, we just, and the skin comes right off. And then, next thing you do is we just want to, just a mild chop. So we just chop it up just a little bit. It doesn't have to be a great chop. You just, okay, and sometimes you just do a little mash, and that is ready to go. All right, next thing we'll do, we'll set up our frying pan again, and we will start cooking. We've got our pan here on medium heat. Now add just a little bit of, this is just olive oil, just have to stir it around. Okay, next thing we'll do is that we'll add the onions, and we'll add the ginger, and we'll add the garlic. All right, now you don't want this on too high a heat, because if you put too high a heat, then the garlic will burn, and you don't want that. We just want to get it, oh, you smell that. I wish we had smell-o-vision, because that garlic really smells pretty good. Oh, can you smell that, Mrs. Claus?
Oh, yeah.
All right. We'll cook it just enough to get the fragrance going. And we're going to do this for just about a minute. And like all we're doing actually just trying to infuse these flavors into the pan. Okay, and now we'll add the chicken strips. All right, we'll let these fry medium heat for about 6 minutes. So a few red pepper flakes. You don't add too many more. If you like it a little hot, then you can add some more. And we'll add the bean sprouts. The bean sprouts don't take very long to cook. And we'll just stir those around. All right. Now while that's doing that, I'm going to come over here and we're going to take our noodles. I've drained the noodles, and we'll add the noodles, and we'll put in about half of the tomatoes, and we'll put in just a little bit of cilantro. All right, and then we'll just toss those up a little bit just to mix them up.
So that's where the color is.
Yes.
It's mixed with the noodles.
Oh yeah. All right. And then finally, we just add.
What was that?
That was the green onions and a little bit of cilantro, and we'll cook just a few of the tomatoes, not many. Okay, we'll just stir this up here. And that's pretty good. Now we saw that we used chicken, but you could also use beef. You could also use the shrimp would work. And if you're not a beef person or a chicken person or a meat person, you could use tofu. So you have all sorts of things that you could do with this.
For the protein, you mean?
For the protein, yes. Okay, now we'll just combine this with this. And we'll toss this up. Oh, that's a pretty nice little salad, doesn't it?
That looks good.
Okay, now we add our dressing. We gotta dress it. That's our dressing. Still, we gotta toss it.
It's hard to get those noodles mixed up.
Yeah, but you can work at it. Okay, let's plate this up. We'll serve 4 or maybe 5 little people, or 2 hungry people. All right, so we just put a little bit of lettuce as a base. All right, and just put a few noodles. Oh, look at that. Then you want to divide this into about 4s. Just eyeball it here. Okay, that looks pretty good. Let's put some more pieces here. All right.
That's a big plate of food.
Well, we still got much to go. Okay, now what we're going to do is just plate this, get a little garnish. Now, if you're watching the waistline, you don't have to do this, but we're not putting very many peanuts in here. Just a few peanuts. And the next thing they do is very, very popular in Thai food is a lime. So I'll take this lime, and all I'm going to do is just quarter it. All right, and then we just squeeze the lime over there.
Where's the lime?
Here's the
Your
lime.
hand? Oh,
Right,
we
yeah.
couldn't see it in your
Oh,
hand.
I'm sorry. There's the lime. And Thai chicken salad. Bon appetit. Whoops, like I say, we're live. I forgot the pineapple. Now, if we were in a TV studio, we'd have to shoot that last 15 minutes, but we'll just put a little pineapple in there. And there we go. Again, chicken Thai salad, and that really looks good. We have Santa's naughty nice list, and we have a couple of nice boys this week. Is Brady and David, and I understand they've really been being very, very kind to their parents and going out to help them out. So big thank you for Brady and David. Next week, do we have another surprise? But this surprise next week is going to be one of the most famous and best tasting recipes, and that's going to be Cajun bread pudding. See you next week.